What's up, guys? Welcome to Gamer Grudge. As usual, this is a series dedicated to complete hatred, but apparently we just love to constantly hate on Nintendo because most of our videos revolve their titles. Or revolve the Switch too, which, oh well, we gotta kind of like stick with it at this point. I am joined, as always, by Andrew Interactive, the Game Sandwich AI. Andrew, why don't you say what's up?
Activating neckbeard program.
Ooh, we got a neckbeard this time. You got a fedora to go with that neckbeard?
Indubitably.
Oh, wow.
It matches my body pillow waifu.
Oh.
Princess Peach.
Oh,
she's
that's
great.
So great. But today was a very special day. It was April 2nd when we're recording this, which means it is officially the day where the Switch 2 gets more shown off by Nintendo. And I mean, we have to say we're kind of disappointed. We watched the Direct, and it's just, like always, Nintendo just does not succeed. They are always a step back in time, and let's just go through this nostalgia fest. So, after they started the Direct off with the Mario Kart World game, which I personally kind of thought was okay, but you know, I mean, more people who are in tune with Mario Kart will like it more than I will. But after that, they started breaking down the actual Switch system, and they started with specifically the Joy-Con 2s, where they now have the fancy C button, which honestly should stand for cunt, is what Nintendo is. Andrew, why don't you give a little taste on what you think the C button should be?
It's obviously the copyright button, or maybe the counter sue.
Ooh, counter sue button. I like that. But, you know, Nintendo's not suing people constantly right now to get their money. They're going to be relying on something else. It is called nostalgia. And a way to enhance...
Nostalgia is a business.
Nostalgia. And by that I mean, they're finally implementing every single feature that has been in every other game console since the early 2000s. Thank you, Nintendo, for finally getting to the modern era. As you can see right here, they are... This isn't playing for some reason at this point. Oh, there we go. But as you can see in the video, we have a lady playing the Switch, and there's finally voice chat. And by that I mean
it's a Discord.
Yeah, thank you. I was about to say that. It looks like they added a Discord call at the bottom of the screen.
I can't believe it. Discord ripped off Nintendo. It's so crazy.
I know. How long until Discord gets sued? And one thing that they point out with the game chat specifically is that there is noise cancellation, so the loud ass thunder behind you apparently won't interfere with your voice.
So it picks up your voice from across the room, but not the louder thing behind you. That's crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll work. That'll totally work for sure.
And here's the great game sharing that they're doing. Look how amazing that is. Oh
my god.
Oh wait, let's
can't
see
believe
more
they
of it.
highlighted that.
I know, like...
Look at that lag central. Oh my god, my Discord kittens will be so pleased.
Everything on the bottom looks absolutely terrible and laggy as all hell. Even whenever they're showing basic games that are like pixel games, like the Balloon Boy game or whatever it's called. I think it's called Balloon Boy. But even that one is just lagging to all hell and back.
I'm so excited for this because now I get to see all my Discord kittens and their gameplay. It's so cool.
Oh god. That breathing. I mean, even that one, whenever you're looking in on someone's screen specifically, is just non-stop lag. And it's like, why? Why would you show this, Nintendo?
Everyone wants to see a gameplay in 5 frames per second.
Oh, I know I do. But we also have the ability to mute. You have chats. It's not as great as the old school stuff, but hey, whatever. I mean, it'd be cool if they had like actual text chat too in there, but You know, but they do have a camera, so it does catch everything that you're doing, because Nintendo will do anything that they want to get inside your home and see what you have going on.
I get to see my ladies and Discord kittens. That's so cool and not creepy at all.
Ah, yes,
This is
appear
what
on
everybody
screen.
wants to see.
I know. The number one thing that I want to see is in Mario Kart when I pass somebody or hit them with a blue shell, the pure frustration on their face as they roid out. Definitely is the most flattering time to see anybody on screen. But, ooh, and we also have Mario Party where we get to see people's faces. Again.
Yeah, because that's when I want to see what I'm playing the game. I want to see your dumbass face. I want to... yeah.
Hey,
It's...
You know...
Oh,
Andrew...
sorry. Programming. I want to see all them ladies' faces.
Like, I still can't get over how bad it lags down below in the game share.
Look at that high-quality camera.
On top of the game chat, they have shown off the Switch 2 camera. They have a game chat open access period that ends on March 31st, 2026. So apparently you do actually get it for free. And then there's also some nice parental controls. Yay!
Yay, so all the perverts don't get to flash kids playing games.
And they finally are bringing back a feature that belonged to the Nintendo DS. A feature that, you know, they for some reason got rid of, even though people actually really liked it, which is the ability to play via Game Share. Look at that.
Here, okay. I don't think you understand Nintendo's business model. They invented it, then they got rid of it so they could bring it back for nostalgia, so they could sell nostalgia. Learn Nintendo's business practice.
So what you're saying is...
It's not that hard.
Nintendo is the same as Coca-Cola. Because they had Coke, and then they got rid of it, and then they brought in new Coke, and then they got rid of it to bring back Coke Classic.
Nintendo only has nostalgia. That's all they have.
Ah, look at that beautiful game share.
I can't believe they invented game sharing.
I know, right?
Crazy. It's never been done before.
Sony, Microsoft, you better watch out. Nintendo's coming for you. They're gonna sue you now because you obviously stole game sharing from them. And then, now, they talk about the bigger screen and the absolute incredible non-thickness. The system has a 7.9-inch screen compared to the 6.2-inch screen from the original Switch.
You know what? Go back
has
a bit.
a high-definition display. What?
This shows right here that all they did... This is just showing how they invented the Switch. They went back to the base model with the Wii U and just cut the sides off. That's all this is.
It does look like the gamepad. And I mean, and Kalo specifically said, you know, let Nintendo cook. And they did. And they definitely left that Switch in the oven too long because it is burnt to hell. Just how I love my Mario. A little less pixelated. You can enjoy your games now in 1080p. Good job, Nintendo. Really coming to the modern era with that. And 120 frames per second that I do not trust in the fucking slightest.
I mean, the game sharing was definitely 120 frames per second.
Oh,
for sure.
Notice how at the bottom it says only available in compatible games. So I guarantee you, like, Breath of the Wild, not 120 frames per second. Tears of the Kingdom, definitely not. It's going to be 120 frames per second in, like, the most basic pixelated games. Where you need it the most.
You're going to see 120 frames per second when you get blue shelled in Mario Kart.
Exactly. That's the only time, too. It'll just peak as soon as you get blue shelled, and then after that, it'll just plummet back down to 30. But They also have an LCD screen, not OLED like people were hoping. And
You think they're going to spring for that?
I mean, maybe. Nintendo giving people what they want, you know, it always happens.
Remember when magnets weren't allowed near electricity and electronics?
Oh
What a
yeah,
crazy
I
time.
remember that time. Everyone told you, hey, don't put a computer near, like, don't put a magnet near your computer. Yeah. But my biggest question is, so they put magnets in the system, and they show later that the magnets are actually in the system itself, and that the buttons, the LR and ZR, like ZR and ZL buttons, are metal, and that is why they attach so well. And then whenever you press the button, it deactivates the magnet so you can take it off. How long until a child just does not understand that and then just grabs the controller and rips that thing off the fucking face and destroys it?
You're thinking too insincere and too naivety. It said they're strong magnets. Children small, children weak. They can't pull that apart. This is Nintendo we're talking about.
Oh,
it's
definitely.
100% guaranteed not to break.
Oh, definitely. The people who said that that's an obvious breakpoint, all wrong. All wrong about it.
Yeah, it's magnets. That little socket thing there, the plug-in thing, yeah, not needed. Yeah. That little USB port thingy, no.
Larger control sticks. But you know what? My biggest complaint, and I will always say it about the original Switch, was that specifically the Joy-Cons, they hurt my hands, not because they were real small, but because I had to like crab claw them, like bend it because there was no support around the back, and they still had that same issue where there is nothing to grip on the back.
Larger control sticks, larger stick drift.
Oh, hell yeah.
But you gotta use it as a mouse now. Look at that. Crab crawling it.
Yeah, compatible games. And you know what? I will say this. I am happy that Nintendo didn't do the obvious that I was expecting them to do. So thank you, Nintendo, for not putting in a point-and-click Mario game that's, you know, uses the gimmick of the mouse. Thank you for that. I'm still not convinced Pokemon won't happen, but, you know.
That's coming up. And we got a built-in voice mic.
Woo! They've already shown this off once. And talked about the noise suppression. And then finally, they have 3D audio, the standard audio that's in everything else and has been for the past, like, 4 years.
What are you talking about? Just like Apple, they just invented this.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Alright.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Innovation at its finest.
Ooh. Sorry, what type of headset do you have, Andrew?
What headset do I have?
Yeah, what type of headset do you have again? Isn't it HyperX?
You want the real? No.
Because I think HyperX is going to get sued by Nintendo for 3D audio now.
No, I got the Rig 900 Pro.
Oh. Totally not sponsored, by the way, but now Rig's going to get sued too because 3D audio.
Well, everything's going to get sued. 3D audio is pretty... Or no, it's brand new.
And
yeah, they new stands because the OLED one didn't work. It wasn't good at all.
I like
too much backspace, too much support, too sturdy, too firm.
Switch leans back extra far.
What that Switch do though?
I know, right? And 2 USB-C ports. Like every other console in existence doesn't already have that. I love how they specifically show, like, oh, this is perfect for whenever you're playing your Switch on a table and you want to have the camera hooked up, but you don't want to have the capability of charging it.
I just love how they invented Discord and, like, the party chat thing and how it takes up half your screen.
I know, right? There's not a single frame that they've shown where that Discord chat does not take up like the whole screen, like the whole bottom of the screen, and makes the game small. So like, I really hope that is actually something you can just get rid of, but they aren't making it look like it.
No. This is a bit in a sketch. You don't put actual concerns in here.
Okay, you're right. Now, oh, look at that.
Wow.
Look at that memory size right there. Like, every other console doesn't have at least a terabyte of memory.
Hey, look, it's times 8.
Yeah.
They added another 32 for every year it didn't come out.
I just noticed some of the cartridges are like extra fucking thick.
Ikaka with
Like-
3 C's.
Like, they had to pad out the number of games on that because they don't actually have that many games on the Switch. New dock and 4K support. Like, I believe that in the slightest.
Compatible games and require compatible display. That means
Yep.
the Switch 2 display is in 4K.
Yeah.
Wah, sorry, Kevin.
Like,
You have to compromise. You got to eat something.
I guarantee you that that is not going to be 4K. It is going to be like
It
you're
says
gonna put it
4K
in
right
that,
there.
and it's gonna be 2K at the absolute highest, and that's it. Like, there's no
No, it
way
says
that's gonna
4K.
hold 4K.
No, it says 4K. Trust, bro. Trust.
Hey, look, they actually care about making the Switch cool down and not have it be a nuclear device in your hands, or when it's sitting in the
got it.
dock.
You gotta have the fan for the sweats, man.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm moderating Discord, hold on. When I'm moderating Discord with all my Discord kittens, I need the fan to cool down myself too, so I get it. Power recognizes power. I got you, Switch 2.
Oh yeah. And then of course we have the Switch 2 controller and a bunch of switches, and them just doing basically a recap of this. But the big thing that they did was they created the Welcome Tour. A literal step-by-step guide on how to use the Switch 2, but you have to pay for it.
That's it's not free.
No. You think
The thing that
Nintendo would
goes
give
with
you
your
something
system?
for free?
The thing that shows you how your system works and goes with your system is essentially Astro's Playroom. Isn't free.
Yeah. Jeez.
That's crazy.
Even Sony gave you Astro's Playroom to show you how to use the PS5 to its fullest extent for free. But Nintendo, of course, has to make you pay money to figure out where are the magnets and how to use your Joy-Con as a mouse. They shouldn't be showing this information right here, because this is information you have to pay for. And so rightfully so, I'm going to skip through it, because you don't deserve to know this information. You have to pay me $24.99 to see it.
After we pay Nintendo $59.99.
Exactly. Oh, no, more information that has to be skipped through.
Hey, look! I used to play that game on my computer back in 1985.
Hell yeah, I did. Oh. And then audio, let's see. That, of course, as it states at the bottom, it's available same day as the Nintendo Switch 2 as a paid digital-only game. It honestly looks like Office Simulator to me a little bit. Like point-and-click adventure. And the Nintendo Switch 2 gets red cartridges. So special. But, and here's one of the big things. Your micro SD cards for the original Switch won't work in the Switch 2, so congrats! The only way that you can get more memory is by buying yet another SD card.
Congrats, you got scammed.
Exactly.
Sorry, not scammed.
Data
You have to
transfer.
help Nintendo raise money.
And data transfer
Please help
happens
us.
from one Switch to the next. For a grand total of $4.99. Oh, at least there's a
Let's get
pro.
that C button.
Yeah.
It's got that C button.
Every controller has to have severe emphasis on the C button. Thank you.
Please help Nintendo raise money to pay their employees for creating nothing.
Please help them pay for their legal fees. And it is all available on June 5th. Which, honestly, is a lot sooner than I was expecting. I was expecting July, but...
That's because you have no faith in Nintendo. I, a true believer and lover of Nintendo,
Oh, yes.
expected this.
And there's going to be Nintendo Switch 2 versions of games, such as Mario Party Jamboree.
I like how there's 3 game types. Nintendo Switch 2 games, Nintendo Switch games, and Nintendo Switch 2 games.
Yeah. But there will be Mario Party Jamboree, which is a Switch 2 variant game. There's also going to be Pokemon Legends ZA, which is, you know, the greatest game ever made, which we already did a video on if you want to look at that. And then there's also going to be The Legend of Zelda, because, of course, they're going to upgrade Breath of the Wild. And I guarantee you it runs just as smoothly on the Switch 2 as it did on the original Switch. And, of course, Breath of the Wild 2. Tears of the Kingdom, because it isn't the same game. But there was one other thing to look at, which was...
Is it the repeating error that they made on the live stream where they froze the thing and then replayed a whole section that was already seen?
No, it is their gimmick game, where instead of doing a point-and-click Mario game like people would expect, or something that requires, like, serious mouse controls, they decide to make Killer Ball.
Yeah. I remember those toys from the 90s.
Look at this exciting gameplay. Swish.
I remember the pull back and wind up cars. Those were cool toys.
Oh, hell yeah. Why didn't they just do that?
They did! They put it in video format!
I'm just glad they aren't giving us Labo 2.
Just wait.
And I love how all the arms are like glitchy as f***. Like, this is the worst gimmick game I think I have ever seen them make. Look at that arm. Laggy as fuck.
Dude, that was obviously 89 frames per second.
Oh, it was. That's their 120 frames per second right there. But there we go.
This wasn't compatible with 120.
That, right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the Nintendo Switch 2, and a lot of what they announced. Now, I'm not going to break down into games, even though that there were a fair number of games that, you know, all came out like 5 years ago that they're now bringing to the Switch 2, when they probably should just focus on making actual games. And Nintendo has only announced one game that they are actually developing outside of Mario Party 9, or not Mario Party 9, Mario Kart 9, I mean, or World, really, and that is Kirby Air Ride 2, which is a surprising announcement, really. Well, Kirby Air Riders, sorry.
What about the Duskborns?
Oh yeah, that's something that we don't talk about. That, oh my god, it's like Castlevania meets Bloodborne in the most horrific way possible. Oh my god. But
greatest event ever.
Yeah, exactly. What is your rating here, Andrew, on this Nintendo Direct?
10 million out of 10. 100%
Damn.
Nostalgia.
He truly loved it. As always, Nintendo is banking on nostalgia in order to sell everything. But thank you for joining us. I have been Aiden, joined by Andrew Interactive. If you want to see more of our content, subscribe below and join us on our Discord to chat. And don't worry, we're going to be definitely bashing on Nintendo again in the near future, because apparently that's all we do.
My life's a joke.